Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here, guys. I have such a good show for you today. Megan's at it again. I'm sorry. Excuse me. A source. I always say that. It's Megan. A source says Megan's at it again, and I want to talk about it because they're predicting a book from her in 2026. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, and leave me comments as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. I sincerely appreciate that. Let's jump right on in. So yeah, there's a source going around saying she's going to have a book out in 2026. No, not that kind of book. Not the kind we can giggle at like we did at Spare. Oh my God. And cringe at like we did at Spare. They're predicting a cookbook. This is courtesy of Daily Mail, and it says Meghan Markle will release her first cookbook, in 2026, featuring some recipes from her Netflix series as she plots expansion of her As Ever brand. Okay, who else feels like this is Meghan clapping back because of the story I talked about yesterday? Yeah, me too. If you missed it, in yesterday's video, I go over what a PR disaster As Ever has, I was going to say become, but I think how it's been throughout, but it seems to have become a PR nightmare based on this inventory that somebody really clever figured out that she appears to just be sitting on. So definitely go back and watch yesterday's video if you missed it. But so now this article has come back saying, no, she's working on a cookbook. We called it. We said she'd put out something to try to show that it's not a disaster. But I'm sorry, a cookbook is not going to convince me that it's not a complete disaster. All you need to do is Google the reviews of the show to see how panned it was. And again, to look at the inventory issues to see that it just doesn't seem popular, despite what Madame is protesting. But let's take a look, shall we? So yeah, they're claiming here that Meghan will release her first book for adults in 2026. So they're saying that because remember, she did have The Bench, which was also panned. Don't worry, I've covered that as well. You can go back and find that. They alleged that, I'm trying to say it nicely, that's why all the ums, but they alleged that she copied that one. So wouldn't be a shock if she copies everything. If she copied a recipe book as well, it'll end up being like Martha's Recipes or something, and just a few names crossed out and just written in, her loopy swoopy BS handwriting and changed to say that they're Meghan's. But so it's a rumor that would normally have the king and Prince William, as well as Buckingham Palace staff, quaking in their boots. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Because nobody cares anymore. Nobody. She can write what she wants. Everybody can see through her. Therein lies the beauty of it. Like, nobody's quaking. We're laughing. We might be quaking from laughter. Maybe that's where she's confused. But the royal family can relax because they are relaxed. They're not worried about nobody's worried about Meghan. The only one that should be worried about Meghan is Harry. And he's so painfully stupid. I don't know if he knows to look out at this point or not. But she's not writing a tell-all autobiography. What's funny is that she even has to, I assume she's involved in this article, but that she even has to sprinkle, if you will, that out there. 80,000, I think it was 80,000 jars of sprinkle, something like that. It's either 60 or 80, I forget. I think it was 80,000 jars of sprinkles that were alleged to have been unsold. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, so now she has something to do with all those sprinkles. You'll get one with every purchase of a cookbook. But anyway, they're alleging that she's releasing this cookbook. They're saying that the royal family can relax, and they are relaxed. Nobody's worried about it. Like, it's just ridiculous at this point. She's lining up her first cookbook off the back of With Love, Meghan. It will do no harm to Harry's family. Okay, does anybody else read that and again think this is just Meghan being Meghan? She's, again, if you will, sprinkling some of her nonsense in there. And I take it as, again, it's a threat without being a threat. It's like, I won't beat the crap out of you. Not that she could, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's like the threat of a threat. Like, I'm not doing it yet, but it's coming. It's like you're still a terrorist. Even if you're just the source in the article, you're a terrorist. So her culinary manual may include recipes for her single skillet spaghetti. We don't need that. Nobody wants that. Rainbow themed fruit salad. That's not even a recipe. That's literally just chopping fruit poorly and putting in the shape of a rainbow, as well as her beloved jams. No. Again, written by Meghan, because they're not jams. They're spreads. They can't be called jams. Remember, they're too runny. Tips and tricks about hosting at home. We don't need those. We've seen what you've offered up on your show, and it's ridiculous. Balloon arch was the height of sophistication for her. She thought it was this brand new idea that she was rolling out. It's like, and tea parties. She thought she invented tea parties. Again, like the level of delusion just absolutely has me cracking up. But I do want to play a game with you all, and it is this. I've got a list. I'm pulling it right here. I started coming up with recipe names for her for recipes in her cookbook. Here's some that I came up with, and I would like for you to comment below with your recipes that she could put in her cookbook. And if you want to name the cookbook, by all means, go for it. But I came up with she should do a grifter's grilled cheese, shoplifter's strawberry jam. Although I'm sorry, again, I'm playing fast and loose with the word jam. Shoplifting strawberry spread, excuse me. Narcissist noodles with extra self-service sauce. Montecito money burning mac and cheese. American Riviera Orchard overpriced avocado toast. With love, Meghan's no measurement mystery salad. Bonus points if you mix it with your hands. She did. Sussex royal title dropping trifle. As ever, delayed delivery dumplings. Netflix flop frittata. Okay, your turn. Let me know. Tell me some of your recipes that you think she should include in there. Yeah, I think this could be fun. I want to see what you come up with. Definitely let me know in the comments below. But seriously though, I mean, the idea that she wants to do a cookbook is just so funny to me. It's just nonsense, honestly. The show had no new ideas, no new recipes. It's just recycled crap. So again, even if you, I mean, there's a way to do something and put your own twist on it. You know, we've seen there's probably a billion recipes for brownies, but you know, everybody has their favorite one. But if you have no new ideas like Meghan, like what are you gonna do with that? You just have to throw flour sprinkles in it, like throw nonsense ingredients that don't belong in there to try to make it your own. It's just there's just no originality there, I don't think. And then my other question was this is why not sell it at the time? It's more poor planning on her part. Once again, nothing timed out right, nothing thought about. None of it makes any sense. So she's waited till the shows have completely flopped and whatever teeny bit of interest there may have been is just gone. And that's when she's going to release a cookbook, really? It's delayed desperation. Again, what else does she have going on? It feels like damage control. If you ask me, she never follows through with anything. There's always a history of flops there. There's always abandoned projects there. She can't even be bothered to follow through with a podcast. So how would she follow through with this, right? I'm still thinking about the critics and the ratings that were received on the show and how, I mean, I'm sorry, they were piss poor. And she was accused of hijacking the spotlight and going nowhere with, I mean, just everything from the show to her relaunches and everything in between. So where is this going to go? Does she think this is going to make her millions and millions of dollars? I mean, she's that delusional, maybe. What tips and tricks does she offer? So they're thinking that the book will be penciled in for the spring. Oh, okay. Again, that's so Meghan to do something like that. To just think, oh, sure, I can just pop out a book with no prep and no work and all. I'm guessing a lot of work and a lot of prep and a lot of revisions go into cookbooks, especially she gave no thought into how people would do things at home for a Netflix show, so she's gonna give no thoughts into the cookbook as well, but only Meghan would show up and be like, "Oh, yeah, in the spring, look for my book," with no work put into it. Again, it came months after rumors of another Sussex relaunch, dubbed Meghan 3.0. By whom? What experts are we talking about? It's just Meghan herself. And again, she relaunches herself every 2 weeks as something else. And every time it flops even harder. So great. Let's see the new relaunch. All right, cookbook connoisseur. Let's see how that goes. There's something I do want to show you though that I find funny. It is this. I have one cookbook in my home and I've shown it on the channel before. It's been a long time, but I it's just so perfect. I have to show it to you now. It's one cookbook. I'm not a big cook. I've talked about that before, but this is one that I really wanted. So my parents had gotten it for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I actually have made things out of this book, and I really like it. And this is before I even started covering the Meghan of it all. I've had this book. You can see dust on it, but it's by Marissa Hermer. It's American Girl in London. And what's funny about this book is she is a Californian, and it says it there, Californian, and she married a restaurateur in London and moved there, and they had a bunch of kids. They had a couple of kids, and then they've since moved back to America. But when this came out, she was still living in London, and it's just an interesting. I actually really like the book. It's just a mix between some recipes out of England, some American takes on things, but also a lot of them have like a healthy spin. So I personally enjoy that. I love the UK. So anytime I can cook something that's, UK cuisine, I'm in. If you can put a healthy spin on it, I'm in. So I'm all about this. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. I didn't even think about that. I actually already have a good cookbook that I really like about American Girl in London. Meghan could never, but this girl actually does cook. And throughout, so she used to be on the show Ladies of London. I don't get paid to advertise this. I'm just showing you. She used to be on that show, and she would always show herself messing with food or cooking. And she would talk about how Matt, her husband, had all these different restaurants. She ended up opening a restaurant. I think they have a couple in California now. And I think they do really well with restaurants. So again, there's a track record there of her making food and having success with it. So I want to listen to her. She's showing things that I'm interested in, food I'm interested in, eating healthy, which I'm interested in, things like that. So there's a market there. Tell me who Meghan's market is. The sugars? Like what is she really cooking? They couldn't be bothered to watch her Netflix show. So who's going to be buying her cookbook? I don't know. But let's go back and finish this article because I did pull some comments that are pretty funny from it. But again, even in the promotional photo that they're using, they're not showing her making a recipe. She's just cutting fruit and putting it in the shape of a rainbow. What am I supposed to do with that? Why do I need a book to show me that? I have Pinterest that can show me things like that. I don't need this. I'm really not sure who it's for. But she'll aim to widen her as ever range. Again, I would like to point out that this is interesting timing that this article came out to show she's very busy, right? After it's been revealed again what a disaster as ever has become with all the products that sound like they're just sitting around going bad and not selling. So now she's going to write cookbooks. I guess those have a longer shelf life, but still, who's buying that? Doria? Probably not. Okay, let's see. Meghan's cookbook likely to include recipes from With Love. But again, what recipes are we talking about? Because all she did was stand in the corner and chop things. That was actually the compliment that people gave season 2 was at least, I'm saying season 2, I know it was just season 1, but at least she kind of stood off to the side more in that one and let the guests do the work. In the first one, she was still pretending to cook. And again, we got monstrosities like the one skillet spaghetti where you had nothing. I mean, I had Chef Matt come on and talk about how it just looked like it had no flavor, no taste, no nothing. Who's making that? Even her fans, I showed where they went back and tried to recreate that recipe. I'm so stuck on that one pot spaghetti, one skillet spaghetti. But they went back and tried to recreate it, and they even had to say things like, well, we're just going to change it a little bit. And they doctored it up, and they did look like they gave it a little more flavor. That's how bad her stuff is. So I just can't imagine who is going to run out and buy this cookbook. Netflix has famously held off selling Meghan's products in their US stores or pop-ups, despite becoming a partner as ever business. Again, just because she says that's the case doesn't mean that that's the case. Could it be that she just has a show on Netflix, so therefore she's calling them her partner? Technically, when you have a video on YouTube and you start to get paid from YouTube, they call you a partner. Does that mean I can just call up YouTube and be like, hey guys, how about a check? Can I have some money? I'm your partner. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that goes. She's playing fast and loose with the word partner. I just think it says a lot that as they're pointing out, they've done nothing with her. No pop-ups, no proper experiences, nothing. They say it's because they're holding back and waiting. What are they waiting for? To see if she can flop harder? Do they think that all of a sudden the show is just going to take off? I don't think so. And then the article goes into all the poor reviews that she got and how unlikable the show and Meghan are. So it looks like a couple gave 0-star reviews. The Telegraph gave her a 1 star. So there's that, calling it quite mad and a little bit sad. I would say that's a pretty good name for the cookbook too. But here's some comments underneath, which I thought were pretty funny. Ha 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 ha. I can't stop laughing. As ever. Exactly. That's kind of how I felt too. This person says, she's hilarious. It is hilarious, isn't it? Like that she would, she's going to put her title in the darn thing. So what's it going to be? The Duchess's Cookbook? Oh God, it is, isn't it? It's going to be something real dumb like that. Oh. Here's a recipe: teaspoon of salt, tablespoon of butter, 2 hairs, and mix. Only 2? Whoa, she's cut back. Before it was all of her hair in whatever she's making. And there you go. Serve by the boob. Remember, she had the plate or the bowl in her boobs. So it's like served by the boob. Saved by the bell, served by the boob. Yeah, exactly that. God help us. I suppose she's just useful for comedy value now, and a grifter has to grift. A bit weird to say it will do the royals no harm, though. That's it. That's a typical narcissist statement, always using underlying threats. That's what I think too. I think she's just doing it. I mean, it's like the school bully saying, I'm not going to beat you up. Okay, but by saying that, you know what you're doing. You're trying to strike fear into people. She knows what she's doing. Not that would strike fear in the royals. It's not that. I'm just saying, like, it's just her to say something like that. I'm not doing it yet, but it's coming. Okay. As with Harry's, in the bargain discontinued bin soon after release. No paperback revised version. Sorry, revised edition. Yeah, probably that. A recipe for disaster. I think so too. But that's going to do it for me. Again, I'm still coming back after this flu, so my voice it's starting to go again. It happens after yelling. Like, who's going to buy this? Who is this for? What's happening? Don't spend your money on it. We'll have some laughs. I mean, you're not going to learn anything new anyway. You could just Google recipes or look on Pinterest, because I feel like that's all she's done anyway. And there's rumblings that some of her recipes came from Corey anyway. So we'll just buy his book instead. Does Corey have a cookbook? Let's buy that instead. Her ex. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You have to let me know in the comments below, what's the name of her cookbook going to be? Name some of the recipes for me. Let me know your thoughts on all this. What's going to be her big dish that she'll be known for? Something to do with those damn flour sprinkles, I'm sure. Flour sprinkles of sadness. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all your lovely comments, for all your kind wishes, your well wishes. I really appreciate that so much. I truly do. Thank you for being so wonderful to me. It means the world. If you want to further support, you know how to do it. There's several ways. Make sure you're recommending my videos, leaving comments, hitting the hype button. All those things really do help me out. Check out the merchandise. Of course, I have Everything's Fine. I have Team Catherine, Not Bloody Likely, and so much more. Check that out. And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Yes, it's my old name, but it's got tons of new stuff up there, hundreds of videos. Take a look if you're the least bit interested. Thank you, everybody who supports me over there. I sincerely appreciate that. If you missed it, I did do a free Christmas episode for everybody over there if you want to check that out as well. And I'm putting up bonus episodes to make up for while I was out sick. So those are coming very soon. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, also check out my Amazon links. I do have those. Even if you're not buying something from Amazon, just by clicking the links, it does help. And I appreciate everybody who's clicked so far. I've got lists up there. People ask like, what color lipstick are you using? Or, what kind of shampoo and stuff like that. I have all that stuff up there. So you can check that out if you don't mind. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Hi. Thank you so much for watching. My voice is going at the end of these. I'm doing better. I'm feeling better, but I can only talk for about 20 minutes now and then my voice starts to go. So it's starting to go again. So that's going to do it for me. If you stay tuned this long. Oh, look, I love this shirt. How fun is this? Somebody said I look like tinfoil. I was like, maybe I do. I think it looks wet. I think it's cool. Somebody else said I look like Studio 54. I'll take it. I love it. I think it's so cool and so fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe I'm the tinfoil to wrap up the leftovers. Who knows? That's going to do it for me. If you stay, I just noticed my hair was sticking up. Oh, well. If you stay tuned this long, let me know in the comments. What would you name your cookbook? You can tell me good names, bad names, whatever you want to name it. Let me know in the comments. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have the best day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.